Tell me where you are with wins. Tell me where you are with your compliance. Are you hitting it? Are you on target this week? Are you a little whoopsie daisy? I don't know. Tell me where you are. And if you don't come off of mute and tell me, I'm going to take you off of mute.
So I am right on. Well, I'm a little over on my fats, but I'm on that, the diet or not diet, but the meal plan you put me on. But I'm still showing I need 4 more carbs, and I think 2 more protein. And if I increase my asparagus, I can get there. But I didn't want to do that without running it by you first. So
A double check. I think it sounds like you're on plan and you can eat as much asparagus as you want. That shit's good for you. So go for it. Yeah, it'll just, it's actually asparagus is a natural diuretic. It just helps to wash you out. So make sure you drink enough water. But, and then just what I would say, like if you're just beginning and you're tracking your nutrition and you're seeing like there's variances from your nutrition guide to MyFitnessPal, before you make adjustments in your food, double check the macros that you have entered in your like in MyFitnessPal against the macros that are in MyFitnessPal, and just double check your amounts to make sure you're on before you actually increase your food, because those macros on that nutrition guide are usually pretty dead on. So you just want to make sure that it's not something on the other side, but eat as much asparagus as you want. All right. So you're on point. I love it. And I know Stacy had a call with me this morning. She's got a big weekend plan. She's a brand new and she's already got it all mapped out. So we all got to drop her some fire. Like she knows exactly what she's doing for the weekend. She's got her travel plan. She's got her sister meal prepping for her when she goes to visit. I'm like, that's fire. I love it. All right. But I'm looking at a lot of names, guys. Unless you are in the bathtub or you're indecent, I want to see your lovely face. Thank you very much. All right. Ooh, there's Kayla. I just did your check-in, Mama. You just got, I just did your check-in.
I just listened to it.
I just did your check-in. This girl's on fire. All right. Well, let's see. Jane, I see you looking intently at me. How you doing?
Hi, I'm
Hi.
good.
What you in? Where are you at? Where's your barometer at?
I feel like I'm having a good week. One thing, because my check-in I listen to on, I do my check-in on Saturday, so I think I listened to you on Sunday. And so I'm still fairly new, but I'm on the second meal plan after the first one where it's the carb cycling. So when I got that, there's like a middle page to it that tells you like which days to do what, and then it gives some macros. I was following that. I was not following in the app where you set it for me. Anyway, yeah. So I did that. So looking back, I'm like, oh my God, I was all over the place. I still think I did okay.
You did. You did okay.
I was all over the place. So I totally got that dialed in. And I spent so long like with my fitness pal and I have got the premium, but I was trying to set my Wednesday and Saturday as the high carb day. It wouldn't, that's fine. Wednesdays and Saturdays, I can take a little piece of paper and adjust it, but I have them all set. And yeah, it's been a good week so far.
Awesome.
I got up at 5 this morning. I used to have to get up for work at like 3:15 every day. And so I've been an early riser in the last like year. It's horrible. So I'm kind of back to getting early. I got my grandkids over at about 7 and I went on a really long walk before they even came over. So that was like a huge win for me. Otherwise, the rest of my day, I'm still in the middle of my work day. I can probably only stay until about 4. But yeah, so that was like getting that done in the morning. There wasn't going to happen unless I did. So
that's a classic example of front loading. Way to go. It's like what you have to do. You got to think ahead. So I love that. Just in case anybody else has any questions, what you just brought up is really a good comment. So when you're carb cycling, it's two, and say you have two low, one high. So it's going to change every week. So once you get the 2 high days in with the Wednesday, you can't literally mark them every time. You have to just kind of move them as you go, because it's never going to just be Wednesday and Saturday. If you do 2 low and 1 high, the next week's going to look different. So when I do those, I just change the dates out. I'll resend you. Jen just redid a video on how to do it, so I'll send that to you. And
Okay, because I thought like that was like Wednesday and Saturday. Those are my days. Okay, I'm still.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
All right. It's 2 low, 1 high. You'll get there.
So 2 low and 1 high, you literally just do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Otherwise, you'd be eating too many low days and you get a bellyache.
Okay.
All right. Good question, though. All right. Who else has got a win for me? Let's see. Kim.
So I joined a new gym and I went yesterday for the first time, and I picked a horrible time to go. It was 6:30 and I really wanted to drive away because I was watching 20 somethings pour into this gym. It was very crowded, but I did it anyway, and I just walked around like I own the place. And I struggled to find like where the equipment was and where are the treadmills and where can I go do my walking lunges. So it took me a really long time to finish, but I didn't quit, and I was uncomfortable, I will admit, but I didn't quit and I finished. So
That's huge.
Yeah.
Well done, Mama.
Thank you.
Good applaud for that. That's awesome, because it would be very easy to quit. That's a scary thing. So that's good. And it's very real to be uncomfortable in a gym. So I'm super proud of you. What I can say is it'll get easier. And you know what? And no matter who you are, even me, if I go to a new gym, it takes me forever to figure things out. I have 2 gyms that I go to, and the second one I don't go to very often. And every time I go to it, I'm walking around like a freaking lost asshole. Like I don't know where the hell anything is. So that's like totally normal. And I tend to go to my regular gym all the time because I just know where everything is. So it'll get easier. And now you know when not to go too. And I'm right there with you. There's certain times I do not go to the gym because I just cannot stand those 20-year-olds like they're on their phone. Like, get the fuck out of my way. I got shit to do.
Too, and it was much better, and there were a couple more older people in there. So yeah. So when I went today, it was way less crowded.
Awesome. Well done on sticking it out and making it through. Proud of you. That's good. That's a hard thing, and you tackled a hard thing. Awesome. Christina Pinto, drinking out of your 40-ounce mug. How you doing, Mama?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Messy weekend, but you know what? I still managed to go down on the scale and, reprogram the mind. Like told myself I wouldn't do my check-in until I pre-logged my Fitness Pal for this entire week. So I did that, and that really, I think, has set me up for the week. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
no, you had a really good check-in. I mean,
I
little
did have a
bit,
good check-in.
but your realization, your awareness around everything is huge.
Mm,
Love it.
yep. And that picture, I saw a picture of myself on Sunday from Sunday, and I was like, oh, look at her.
Look at
We
her.
didn't pick her apart like we normally would.
Oh, she's kind of cute. I
She
like
is cute. It was actually like I kept looking at it. I was like, is that me?
her. That's always fun, isn't it?
That was good. Yeah.
That's a great win. I love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Barb, what's your win?
It's early in the week.
It's early.
I don't know. I don't know.
What's your overall win? Give me one.
Well, I'm trying to get in bed early.
Uh-huh.
So I managed to get in bed about 9:30, fell asleep before 10,
Good.
and I woke up at 5:15 instead of 6 is my time to get up. But I went ahead and got up and did my thing. And so that's why I was able to get like an hour and a half walk this morning instead of just 30 minutes. So
Good.
yeah, I
Well,
guess that's a win.
yeah, that's definitely a win because, bedtime has been a thing for you. So I'm glad to hear that you kind of like moved it up or bumped it up and then actually fell asleep within
Yeah.
a amount of time. So that's good. I love that.
And my energy's been better too. So that's good.
That is good. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And guys, like it's so important. Sometimes we tend to overlook, like recovery. And that's a big part of the fat loss, weight loss, gain. Like it's nutrition, it's lifting, it's getting your steps in, but it's also getting your rest. Like if you're not getting your rest, you're messing around with, your cortisol levels, your stress levels, you're elevating that body stress and your body doesn't like it goes into fight or flight. And so like recovery is just as important. It's important for the muscles to build and to recover. Like that muscle, like you lift, you tear down the muscle. But when you sleep is when the muscle builds. So if you're not sleeping, you're not building muscle. You need that rest. So always remember that, guys. The food fuels the muscle building. So that's a big piece of it. You need the protein, you need the carbs for the energy. The lifting is what tears that resistance, tears the muscle down. But in recovery, in sleep, is where the muscle recovers and actually starts to build. So they're all important. That's how we put on muscle. None of them can be overlooked. So recovery is super important. All right. Who else do I want to talk to here? Kate, Mama.
Hello.
Lift shoulder pressing your PR and then your shoulder press and showing off your guns. I see you.
It was fun. I kind of had that. Actually, that I should have included that in my check-in as a win of I've really been looking at the weight and going, you know what? Let's try to lift a little bit more. And I've been able to do it. And that was the shoulder presses that I thought, well, I'll go to 22s. And I was like, well, I did 10. I'm like, well, then we're going to go to 25. And I was able to get there on that. And that's what I did that yesterday too, on leg extensions of which, by the way, I read, you did a new plan and I read it wrong last week. So I just did like regular sets. And then I saw on the thing, it said drop set for 36. So I kind of hate you a little bit today because that was interesting. So all that to say, I think that was probably a win for me, is just really, really objectively looking at the weight and going, let's try more, and actually being able to get those reps in. So.
And that's huge. I love that, Kate. That's really good. And that's progressive overload. And we're all guilty of it, guys. Remember, like a lot of you guys I've been saying in your check-ins, you need to be going up in weight. And the best way there's a couple of ways that you can look at it. So like, if you pick up a weight and you knock out, you got a rep range of 15 to 12 and you knock out 15 with that first weight, you need to put that bad boy down and go pick up a different weight. If you knock out 15 with the heavier weight, you need to put that bad boy down and go pick up another weight. If you knock out 12 with that next heaviest weight, stay there if you want to. But here's the thing. You have a new starting weight now. Your starting weight isn't what you just started with because you just did 2 reps at 15 and 1 rep was at a higher weight range. So to break that down, you pick 2 15-pound dumbbells up and you shoulder press those bad boys for 15. You're like, well, that was easy. You put those down, you pick up 20s. You shoulder press those bad boys for 15. You say, well, that was easy. You put those down, you pick up the 25s, which is totally possible with shoulders, and you kind of get to 12. Okay. Now I'm going to stay here and I'm going to do 25 again for 12. Maybe you get 10 because now you're a little fatigued. Your starting weight is no longer 15, ladies. What is it now? 20. Yeah. Don't ever pick up the 15s again. Because you just knocked out 20. That's one thing to remember. The other thing to think about is those last 2 reps should always be a struggle. Your first set is sometimes a warm-up, right? It's a warm-up set. And maybe, that 15 might be sort of, but it should never be super easy. And if it is, because maybe it's the first time you're doing that exercise or a workout, you now know for the next time you can go heavier. And listen, sometimes we have to be challenged. Like Kate says the other day, I'm guilty of it as the next person. I curl, I warm up. My first set's always with a 30-pound easy bar. The other day, if you watch my story, you would see it. Some dude, and I can do 40. I pick up 40 for the next rep. I sometimes get up to 50, but I always warm up with 30. Don't know why, just do. Some dude had my damn 30. Some dude had my 30. Some dude. And I'm looking, I'm like, where the hell is that? And I look over. Fuck. All right. So I grab the 40 and he looks at me. He catches me and he goes to hand me. He's like, and I'm like, not now. I already got this bad boy. You just keep your 30. I got this. And I bang out 15. And I'm like, I had the same aha moment as I went, what the hell are you doing, Jules? You can warm up with a 40. Did it change the way that my last set looked? Yeah, it did, because I fatigued myself a little bit earlier with the 40-pound weight. And I kept 40 the entire time. And I never got up to 50, but that's okay. I did it today again with chest. I freaking hate chest. I hate it with all my damn life. And I did chest today and I challenged myself. I picked up the heaviest weight that I've ever done. Well, usually where I end. And keep in mind, I'm not about building a chest. I'm more about shoulders, but I picked up 40s today. I'm gonna fuck it. Just gonna see what I can do. I popped out 15. I'm like, oh, okay. So now I fatigued on like rep 3. I was like, oh, shit, this is hard. But again, we're all guilty of it. So I love that you shared that, Kate. Guys, you just got to remember that. Another cue to, did I lift enough weight? Did I hit progressive overload? If you walk away from an exercise, I don't care what exercise it is, and in your mind, if you think back and go, could I do 10 more reps? If the answer is yes, you did not go heavy enough. So if you're walking away from any exercise that you have in your program and you ask yourself a question, and in the question, ask yourself, could I do 10 more reps at that weight that I just ended? If the answer is yes, you didn't go heavy enough. Go back and do those 10 more reps and lift that sucker up. So good point. I love that. Who else has got a win to share with me? I'm at work. Connection.
I'll share something. So I think I told you in my check-in that I had my daughter's college graduation this weekend, and she had 3 different ceremonies. So I thought, okay, are we going out to dinner and lunch 3 times? What's going to happen? It turns out we only went out once, which was great. We had a nice lunch, and I was able to like basically make my own meal with items that were on my meal plan. I just said, can I have Brussels sprouts and then a piece of chicken? So I created my own meal, which was great. That was Saturday lunch. And then we got home and my husband asked me to go out to dinner, which we always do on Saturday night. And in my head, I thought, I can't go out twice. Now, when I tell you, I have never turned out an invitation to go out to dinner in my lifetime. I would never choose to eat leftovers ever. But I thought to myself, I have food that I already prepped. I want to eat that. And I asked my husband, I said, I hope it's okay, but can we stay home tonight? Can we eat? And he looked at me he's like, who are you? But it was such a big win for me because I felt so good about that choice.
Ooh.
So it was, and I feel like coming into this week, I feel better. I feel stronger. I lost another pound. So like I think I said last time, I'm just feeling freer with food because it's not controlling me anymore.
Ooh. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love what you just said there. So guys, listen to what she said. So like she reframed things. Like she said, I feel freer with food because it's not controlling me. So like I'll correct you, and I'm sure you didn't mean this, Adrienne. Like you could have went out to eat, like you said in your mind,
Yes.
I can't, but you could have.
Yeah.
But then
Yes.
you very quickly changed the story and you were like, you didn't want to. You thought to
Right.
yourself, I have meal prep. I really don't want to do this.
Right.
You took, and like, I love that you said it at the end, you tied that up with a bow. Like food isn't controlling you, you're controlling it. You're controlling it. You made the
Right.
choice. And that's what this is all about, because you can do anything you want, and you chose to go out to your daughter's graduation, then you chose to stay home. I love that. That's a super huge win, because a lot of it is right here between those ears. And that's where we start to learn, that food freedom piece of it. And it just comes from putting in the reps. So good job. And then then you feel good. And that comes, like, a lot of you guys have been kind of touching on this with you in your check-ins. This is a really big piece of it. That instills trust with yourself. And for so many years, we haven't trusted ourselves, because we break promises to ourselves. We say we're going to do the thing. And of course, it's hard to do because of restrictions, right? We eat air salads, we did all the things, and then we would get home and we would say we'd do something, and then we're a trash panda in the pantry, and then we felt guilt, and then we lost trust with ourselves. So one of the biggest things when you start to take back the reins and the control is you start to learn to trust yourself. And that's when the confidence comes in. A lot of us are like, oh, the confidence comes with the hot ass body. Now, the confidence also starts to come in the beginning when you start to learn to trust yourself. Now you feel more confident. So I love that you shared that, Adriana. That's awesome. It was a great win. Fabulous win. Hi, Sarah. You're not driving. We're not looking at the top of your car.
I'm home finally.
Oh, yes. I love checking. How are you doing after our little talk last week?
Yeah, we had a good talk. Sarah 2.0 is on track, and I got my steps in before this morning. So before I got to work, because we've got lots of end of year activities later today. So I was happy to have that. So I'm already actually over. I'm already 14,000 today. So I'm doing good.
Yeah. Another classic example of front loading the day. Isn't it amazing what happens when you front load your day? Like, you can just sail past your steps. So I love that. Thank you for sharing. All right. And you got your wish. You got your Taco Tuesday back on your nutrition.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Who else has got something for me? Everybody's walking. I love that. Kayla's walking in. Kayla, you got to win.
Yeah, finishing that second leg workout was insane, Jules. I think it was uncomfortable for me. Like, I've gone to the gym for 4 years, and still doing new stuff is kind of like almost feels embarrassing, because I'm like, I don't even know how to do this, but I tried and I did my best, and I'm gonna keep getting better at it. So that's my win.
You are. We're building wheels, girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm like afraid that I'm gonna fall off the box when I do step ups or something, because I'm so tired. But yeah, that's my win for the week. And meeting my steps. Sometimes that's hard.
I love it. Good wins. And I'm glad you're stepping up to the challenge with your leg day. Clearly, I've smoked a couple of you. Kate and Kayla are loving me in my leg days. I have to go look at your workout, see what I did to you. I forgot. Anybody else want a new leg day? Raise your hand now. Going. Sandy's laughing. Going, gone. I'm happy to oblige. I can build some wheels, glutes. Anybody? All right. Who else has got Sandy? You're walking now. You're not in a car. Talk to me. What's your win, Mama? You've had a few of them. You've been having some. Oh, I gotta get you to unmute. You've had some really good.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All
You've
right.
had some great check-ins.
Yes, I have. Today's another one of those crazy days. I haven't been home more than 5 minutes today. So I got out of the car, dropped off my stuff, and said, all right, I got to go for my walk now. So hubby's cooking supper, and I'll walk in some steps. But really loud here too. My win. Lots of wins, I think. I'm trusting myself, as you said. One of the things that resonated is I went out to eat too and was trying to do the planning. I think I did well on that, as you said. But one thing you brought up on my check-in, and I was honest with myself about saying it, was I had a call from M&Ms. I have these mini M&Ms. They're peanut M&Ms, and they kept calling to me. I was ignoring them, and then they just yelled loud enough that I went and got them. I got 3 little M&Ms, probably added up to one whole one,
Right.
but it quieted the voice. But your check-in question was to really think about why, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about why. So I'm still working on that. I haven't come to a conclusion, but stress, tired, there's a lot going on. It's probably a lot of it, but I hate feeling like I'm making excuses too. But it's just data, like you said, it's just data.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And you know, I love that. And you know, as I said, I thought you did a really good job of that. You know, I thought what you did was really good. But and a couple of it's funny, a couple of you guys got very similar responses to check-ins. And literally what Sandy's talking about is, you know, she said, and she was very honest with me in our check-in. And I just really what she's talking about, what I said to her is I said, now zoom out to 30,000 feet. Because what was it about the M&Ms? Like it really wasn't about the M&Ms because like honestly, you might have a meltdown like over your favorite freaking like cheesecake in the whole world that you haven't ever had, but M&Ms like, and she you know, she listened and she's like didn't say no, she just said okay, yes, I'm gonna have it. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, but now let's zoom out to 30,000 feet and let's start to journal when you have cravings. And you guys should do this specifically when it's things that are just like things, right? And think about it. And so what I said to her is the next time you have a craving for M&Ms or something like this, think about, and so it's not about really even the right now, Sandy. I want you to like identify it the next time it happens and like what's happening right now.
well, it's funny. Every time I've had it, it's been right before bed. Like I need 3 M&Ms before I put my head on the pillow. So it's, I don't know why, but it's right before bed, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to give into it, and then I can go to sleep.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense,
but then the next thing, so tonight, like if you have it again, so the next thing I told her is once, so you've identified
no,
it.
I left them at home. I don't know which one I'm more worried about. They're both good. They're both alive. I'm walking without my husband and dog, so my neighbor was questioning me.
That's awesome. Everything's good.
Small neighborhood.
So guys, like to go back to it. So what I told her is, so now she just answered me and she said she identified when it is. So identify what's happening at that moment. Then think about, and you're not going to know until the moment. Like then once you identify like what's happening, like, so for example, she said bed, but maybe it's, I'm stressed out. I just got done from work. I got off a call that really was irritating. I don't know. It could be numerous things. It could be you're feeling overwhelmed. It could be you're feeling boxed in. Like, what is this thing what is actually happening at that moment? Once you figure out what's happening, then how does it have you feeling? And I don't mean, it doesn't even have to be, I'm feeling stressed. It could be, I'm feeling stressed. It could be I'm feeling overwhelmed, but it could also be like digging deep. Do you need a break? Do you need to be stimulated in some way? Like go deep. Like what's happening? I'm in a moment right now. I'm feeling anxious. I need a fucking break. Like dig that deep because what's happening is the sugar, those little things typically, unless it's something that, like I said, that like, oh, it's a full body. Oh my God, I gotta have this. There's a trigger there. So if you can identify what the trigger is, it's not about resisting, it's about replacing. So let's just say you figure out, shit, I need a break. I just need a break. I need to get away from this right now. And you've identified that. That's what's happening in this moment. The thought of the food, going out to dinner, I don't know what it is, is giving you the break that you think you need. Following me? You can replace that with something else, can't you? You could just go, fuck it, I'm leaving right now. All of you crazy ass people, do whatever you need to do. I'm just playing the break thing, right? And go for a walk. You could shut your bedroom door, run a bath, get in the bath. Got a break. If you need stimulating, you're like anxious and you need to be stimulated, you can go throw some weight around. Punch a punching bag. Go for a walk. Do something that, do you see where I'm going with this? So it's not all, I'm not saying that replacing is like, or resisting and, or giving, like I said, I was very clear with Sandy. I was like, high five on what you did because she's still getting results, but I challenge her to like look a little bit deeper on that. So like, and she's not, the funny thing is when one of you guys have something like y'all did, I think I gave the same lecture, not a lecture, the same speech to like 3 or 4 of you guys. Like, I'm like, okay, let's think about this a little bit more. So like, if you follow where I'm going, raise your hand. Does it make sense? Yeah. So it's just about taking a different look at things. Hi, Sarah. Now she's got sunglasses on. She looks like a supermodel sitting underneath a palm tree. I'm like, who's that over there?
Trying to enjoy the sunshine. It's been kind of cloudy and gloomy, and we got some nice sunshine. So I thought I'd enjoy the sunshine.
That's great. I think you should. Hi, Amber. There's your camera. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a hot minute.
I know work's been kind of crazy. I guess my biggest win, I guess is my biggest month win is when shit really hit the fan. My husband's being laid off at the end of the month, and I did not go into old habits. I literally realized like, fuck, I've made too much progress to derail all of the work I have fucking made. So I take that as a huge win.
Yeah.
So
that is, because that could have been an emotional roller coaster. And you know what the bigger win is for me, Amber, is the awareness around it.
mm-hmm.
Like the awareness that you have now, like, holy shit, this is what I would normally do. And I'm not going there. Like, I have learned new habits, new goals. Like, I have learned new ways of controlling and handling this. The awareness is huge.
It's like I even told Jen, like, I have really bad periods. I always have. And like this month was really bad, but I didn't give into temptation. I just kept going. I couldn't work out, which, okay, so I took a week off of working out, but I stayed true to my nutrition, kept just drinking the water, even though I'd have the weird sweet craving where I just wanted sweet. But I was like, no, I don't. I just need more water. And put some ice in it, threw some lemon, and it solved the problem. And I was like, okay, my mind is where it should be now. Took a year, but it's getting there.
I love that. That's huge. I love that. Well done. That's a really good win. I love it. Good job, Mama. Jane Dryer, I have a work meeting. Okay, great. Crystal Lewis, how you doing, Mama? You had a pretty good check-in this week too. She might be working. Jen, what's your win? You're walking with your glow-in-the-dark vest in the middle of the day.
I put my cell phone in here because I went to go pick up my son first of all. So then, just makes it easier so my cell phone doesn't fall out my pocket. And then I was like, well, the call's right now and I've got to go get my steps in. So I just left it on. That way everybody can see me. Um, I'm up
Oh shit.
and um so that's my win.
We totally missed your win because you froze.
Oh, of course I froze because I'm walking. I'm a persistent, stubborn bitch, and so like I don't give up, even when my head tells me fuck it. So
It's your win. I love it.
that's my win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your persistence. Got it.
Yes.
Hey, only 2.5 more days though, Jen. We're almost there.
I know, right? This is like a whole new learning curve for me. Middle school, end of the year, middle school. It's like Whoa, what'd I get myself into?
Amen. I'm there too. 2.5 more days.
Right?
Oh, my teachers. Oh, my teachers.
Yep.
Almost there, ladies. Almost there. Then I can crank your steps and you can go to town.
Yep.
All right.
Gotta stay into the schedule and the routine. Like that's my goal. Because, when summer hits, it's like the summer slide
Mhm.
for teachers too. I'm just like PJs all day. And then all of a sudden I'm like, what the heck? I got like 3,000 steps and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen this year. So,
That's actually a really good point for all of you guys that are teachers. There's a few of you that are teachers in here, is creating a plan for when you are off of school. Like for me, like I would be like, holy shit, I got all this time to work out. But like you guys like are looking at it as this, your time off, and you really like, you have to start to look and structure your days, because what you were used to have happening is now going to look differently. So thanks, Jen. Homework
you're
from
welcome. Sure.
Homework for my teachers, Sandy, Kate, Sarah, y'all
Yeah.
got homework.
Oh, it's going to be like a Robert family plan around here. All three of us, we got to work out. We got to get our steps in. We're going to meal prep.
I love it. Yeah, but that's, you know what? That's awesome. Like that's kind of the way you got to look at it, guys. So like be prepared for that. Yeah, you have so schedule in your time off, schedule in the time that you get to recover because you're off of school, and those fun things, but also don't forget to schedule in and keep that structure. Like, so your workouts maybe don't have to be early morning, late night anymore. You have the flexibility to do your workouts at a different day, but what time is it going to be? Commit to
Yeah.
it. All right. So maybe it gets to change, and yay, I get to sleep in a couple of more hours and I'm going to go later to the gym. But you have to, like Jen says, commit to it. When are you going to get your steps in? Like, when are you going to meal prep? Maybe you get to do it differently, like all of those things. And even your food timing, like that's new because you had certain ways. So now
Yeah.
you're going to have to really lean into, you might have to go back to food timers, because you might think, oh, it's going to be easier, but you might start flitting around during the day and suddenly forget to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So,
happened.
yeah.
So if you need to out to me in the community and hit me up, because like I'm all about that, keeping up with that schedule, because otherwise it's just so hard to get back into that routine once the school year starts again. And then of course, like you said, with the meal timing and everything like that, oh, it's fine, I have it here. Or all of a sudden I'm running errands and I didn't prep my food, I didn't have it with me, and then I'm starving. I've gone 6 hours without eating. Like this is just from experience, because this is not my first year on summer break. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Get yourself a backpack, take that baby everywhere. Like I'm still looking at my last meal of the week. Like my habitual habit is I just make all my meals in the morning while I'm making my breakfast. I have my little pink bag that y'all see me hiking around with all the time. And if I'm gonna go run errands, because my crazy ass will sometimes go to the gym, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna run one errand after the gym. And like Jen said, I could be gone forever. So I just shove all my food in my little backpack and away I go. That way, if I decide to be an asshole and do a whole bunch of different things, I'm ready. So just learning new habits. I love it. So, homework from my teachers. Think about it, zoom out. What's your schedule going to look like? Sarah's already got hers. She's got a whole map out. Robert's family. I love it. I can't wait to see them all marching around in order. That's going to be great. And listen, guys, just so y'all know, this won't be the first time she's done this. When she first joined this community, she had a board meeting with her family and she laid down the freaking law. She literally said, this is how shit's going to go down. Mom wants to go to the gym. Mom needs time for this. And she came on to her first call. She's like, well, I had a board meeting with my family. And then they didn't believe her. And then they came down and tried to interrupt one of her workouts. And she was like, what did you not understand? I love it. So yeah, she's speaking the truth here. All right. Anybody got anything else for me? This was a good call. I loved it. Y'all are on fire. Y'all feel good going into what I forgot was a holiday weekend? You feel good? Got a solid plan together? Give me thumbs up. Awesome. Sandy, give me a thumbs up. You got a plan? Awesome. All right, guys, you know where to find me. And this was a really good call. And I will post the recording in the community. Peace.